Hello, we have Shalom Aleichem. We have today, it's going to be a learning about Shiva, Aser, BeTamuz, the 17th day of Tamuz, which was the start of tsaros, of bad things happening for the Bnei Yisrael. That's the start of the 3 weeks, of a little bit of Avelis, of mourning for the Beis HaMikdash, and there are different reasons. And anyway, we have a learning here. This is called Ozar, Dinim, and Uminhagim by Rav Yud Daled J.D. Eizenshtein. And let's take a look at it. We'll see all about it right now. Okay. This is Ozar, Dinim, and Uminhagim. This is Kol Mitzvos Asay, Velos Asay, V'chol Dinim, Hanahugim, B'Yisrael. And this is Rabbi Yehuda David Eizenshtein. This is their Ozar, Dinim, and Uminhagim, a digest of laws and customs in alphabetical order by J.D. Eizenshtein. Rav J.D. Yosef David, I think. Yehuda David Eizenshtein. So let's take a look at what we have here about Shiva, Aser, BeTamuz. Okay, Shiva, Aser, BeTamuz. One moment. Tainus Tzibur, it's a fast for the Tzibur, for the congregation. Kivo Irou Chamisha Devarim. On that day, 5 things happened. 5 bad things happened. Nishtabaru. Okay. Nishtabaru Halachos Kishayered Moshe Min Hahar. The Luchos, the 10 Commandments, were broken when Moshe went down from the Har, from Har Sinai. So the 10 Commandments were broken. Ubitel hatamid babayis harishon, and the tamid, the one of the karbonos that was going on all the time, they stopped doing it. The vitel, they stopped it. The tamid babayis harishon in the first one of the karbonos, one of the sacrifices was stopped. Was b'mevatel, they stopped doing it. Babayis harishon in the first Beis HaMikdash. Bo sorof apitropos es haTorah. So during that time also, the apostamos, a bad, very bad ruler that went about conquering Jerusalem. So Bosarov apostamos es haTorah. He burnt the Torah. So that's also a terrible misfortune. And this apostamos, he also put up a tzelem, an idol b'heichel, in the temple of Hashem, the Beis HaMikdash, the Heichel. V'hivka'ah ha'ir b'bayis ha'sheni, al-yedei Titus. And also the Titus, he hivka'ah, I think this means that he broke in, he pierced the walls of the city, b'bayis ha'sheni, in the second Beis HaMikdash, the second Beis HaMikdash, al-yedei Titus, from Titus. Tainis Chavav Chav Ches. Shulchan Aruch. Here's other sources. Shulchan Aruch, Aruch Chaim, Sif Tuv Kuf Mem Tes. Hu Tzom HaRevi'i She'olav Niba Tzefanya. This is the 5th of a fast day. She'olav Niba Tzefanya. That Tzefanya, one of the prophets, had a prophecy about. This is that's Tzefanya. So that's Sin Tzefanya. That's Hay, the 5th chapter, Yud Tes, the 19th pasuk. Shia hafech l'sason l'simcha. that this day should turn from l'sason or l'simcha, that it should turn to sason is a joy, l'simcha different aspects of joy, happiness. V'av ki hatzom hazeh haya b'bayis harishon b'tisha l'chodesh, and even though the hatzom hazeh, this fast was in the first Beis HaMikdash, b'tisha l'chodesh, in the 9th day of the month. It was b'tisha l'chodesh, the 9th day of the month, not the Shiva Ozar, not 17. B'tisha, the 9th day of the Chodesh Tamuz, of the month of Tamuz. Shabo huvka oher, that was the day that the city was broken into. Yomya nun beis v'yayin Rosh Hashanah Yudches. Kiva, so why do we say it's the Shiva Ozar, the 17th? Kivan shesheneihem hayu b'chodesh zeh kavu l'chorban bayis sheni the chamira oleinu. But since so this happened also on the bayis sheni, it was broken into. The second Beis HaMikdash, it was also broken into, which was the 17th day. Hayu b'chodesh zeh kavu l'chorban, they established the Churban Bayis Sheni for the Bayis Sheni. This is for the destruction of the second Beis HaMikdash, since there were two Batei Mikdashim, Beis HaMikdashim. So this happened in the 17th day of Tammuz, in the second Beis HaMikdash. So it was established for the Churban of the second Beis HaMikdash, Bayis Sheni, the Chamera Aleinu, because this was even worse for us. The second Beis HaMikdash, that having been destroyed, was even worse for us, because the first Beis HaMikdash, later on there was the second Beis HaMikdash. From the second Beis HaMikdash on, it was the great Golos, the great exile. So we're still in that Golos. Velo rotzu ligzor b'shneihem de'ein matarichin al hatzibur yoter midai. Velo rotzu ligzor b'shneihem, they did not want to make the fast day on the two of them. Let's say the first one, the Bayis Rishon, was b'tisha l'chodesh. This is the first. The Beis HaMikdash was on the 9th day of the Chodesh of the Tammuz. And the second one was the 17th. They didn't want to do it on both of those days, on the 9th day plus the 17th day. De'ein matrichin al hatzibur yoter midai, because one must not put a hardship on the tzibur, on the congregation, on the Bnei Yisrael, yoter midai, more than necessary. It's hard enough to have a fast day on the 17th day. So can you imagine the 9th day plus the 17th day? So since we don't want to put too much of a tircha, a hardship on the congregation, we make it only the 17th day, not the 9th day plus the 17th day. So that's a klal. Ein matrichin al hatzibur yoter midai. We do not. That's a general rule. We do not make a hardship on the congregation more than is necessary. So the 17th day was made the fast. Orach Chaim Simon Tuvkov Memtes. Yod Isa b'Yerushalmi. It says also in the Yerushalmi, Degam barishon haya b'shiva asur, ela mifnei hatzoros tza'u b'cheshbon. And it also is in the Yerushalmi that even on the first bayis, the first Beis HaMikdash, haya b'shiva asur, it was also on the 17th day also, and not the 9th day. It says this in the Yerushalmi, the Talmud of Yerushalmi, the Jerusalem Talmud. So that was also the 17th day. The Gam Barishon Haya B'Shiva Ozar. Then also on the first Beis HaMikdash, it was on the 17th day. Ela Mifnei Shatzaros Tov b'cheshbon. But because of the great sorrows, because of all of the sorrows that were happening, they made a mistake on the cheshbon, on the number, and it was said to be. We say it. They thought it was the 9th day, but it's really the 17th day. Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. You can find this in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Sif Kuf Chof Aleph. Meyud Zayin BeTamuz Matchil Ho'avelos Al HaChorban. From the 17th day of Tammuz, Matchil Ho'avelos Al HaChorban. So the morning of the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash starts Ad Tisha B'Av until the 9th day of Av. So it's called the 3 weeks. So it's from the Yud Zayin BeTamuz, from the 17th day of Tammuz, Matchil Ha'avelos, the morning starts Al HaChorban Ad Tisha B'Av until the 9th day of V'hu Bein HaMitzarim, and this is called Bein HaMitzarim. This period is called Bein HaMitzarim. Shalosha Shavuos Shel Eivel. This is the 3 weeks of mourning. Uveshalosh Shabbosos Elu Maftirin Gimel de Poronousa Shehein Divrei Yirmiyahu Shimu Devar Hashem Chazon Yeshayahu. And on the Shabbosos, the Sabbaths, the Shabbosim, those Shabbosos, Maftirin Gimel de Paranausa. So we have as a Haftorah, the 3 Haftorahs of Paranosa, of punishment. Shehein Divrei Yirmiyahu. So this is what they're called. This is the title, Divrei Yirmiyahu. The words of Yirmiyahu, Shimu. This is the second one. Is Shimu Devar Hashem. Listen to Devar Hashem, the words of Hashem, the words of God. Chazon Yeshayahu, and also Chazon Yeshayahu, the vision of Yeshayahu. Chazon Yeshayahu. V'simonecha Dalet Shin Ches. Dalet Shin Ches. Dalet is Divrei Yirmiyahu. Shin is Shimu Devar Hashem, and Ches is Chazon Yeshayahu. Chal Rosh Chodesh Av Lihiyos Bashabos Maftirin Hashemayim Kisi. If Rosh Chodesh Av is on Shabbos, so then we make the Haftorah Hashemayim Kisi. That's the Hashemayim Kisi. That's the heavens are like the seat of Hashem. Hashemayim Kisi. V'yesh mekomos shemaftirin Shimu, and then there are places they say Shimu Devar Hashem, Shimu, that one. Sif Kuf Chav Chavez. So it depends on the minhag. Ayin Bein HaMitzarim. Oh, so also you can look at Bein HaMitzarim and Tammuz and Ta'anis Tisha B'Av. Let's take a look a little bit at what it says on Bein HaMitzarim. Bein HaMitzarim. Let's see, Bein HaMitzarim, Bein HaShmoshos. One moment. Bein HaMitzarim. Bein HaMitzarim, between the Mitzarim. What does it mean? Hayomim Mishiva Ozar BeTamuz V'Tisha B'Av Korim Osam Shalosha Shavuos. The days that are between from Shiva Ozar BeTamuz, from the 17th day of Tammuz, Tisha B'Av and Tisha B'Av, and so it's between the 17th day of Tammuz until Tisha B'Av. Korim Osam they are called Shalosha Shavuos, the 3 weeks. V'gam Bein HaMitzarim, they're called also Bein HaMitzarim. Al Shem Rodfeho Hasiguha Bein HaMitzarim. Eicha Aleph Gimel. Why it's called? Because Bein HaMitzarim Rodfeho, her pursuers, Hasiguha, caught up to her, to the Bnei Yisrael, Bein HaMitzarim, between the Bein HaMitzarim, between the sides. Anyway, it's called Bein HaMetzorim. Eicha, Aleph Gimel. This is from Eicha, Aleph Gimel. It's the first Perek and the Gimel of the third pasuk. Mishum Dahave Kechada Tzara Min Yud Zayin Tamuz Shehu Kva'a Ha'ir Ad Tesba'ov Shenecha Rav Habayis. So this, because it was like one great tzara from the 17th of Tammuz, and where the city of Yerushalayim was broken into, Ad Tesba'ov, until the Tesba'ov, the Tisha B'Av, that's the 9th day of Av, Shenecha Rav Habayis, where the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed, Harosh, Ayin Shin Min HaMeitzar Karasi Ko. V'ayin Sham, also look over there, Min HaMeitzar Karasi Ko. Between the sides, I think, Karasi Ko, I called to Hashem. So that's also Min HaMeitzar, Bein HaMetzorim. She'bayomim hahem hayu b'nei Yisrael nasunim b'meitzar. Because during those during those days, Hayu B'nai Yisrael, the children of B'nai Yisrael, of the Yisrael, Nesunim B'meitzar, were in a lot of sorrows, a lot of trouble, a lot of hardship and trouble and sadness. Rav Yelezer Darash ala pasuk vayinoetz hasheked. Rav Yelezer, he made he darshaned, he did like a calculation. He learned from it. Ala pasuk, from the pasuk vayinoetz hasheked. Hasheked means the almond tree. Vayinoetz. Well, we'll find that. Let's look at it. Koheles Yud Beis Hey. It can be looked up. Koheles Yud Beis Hey. Unevuas hanavi makel shoked ani roeh. Yirmiyah Aleph. And the Navi of Yirmiyahu says, Makel shoked ani roeh. I see the shoked, a plant of of almonds, a plant where almonds grow. Ani roeh, I see. Yirmiyah Aleph. This is in the first chapter of Yirmiyah, Jeremiah. Hashoked hazeh misha shehu meitzitz ad gemar peirosav chaf aleph yom. So this shoked, this almond, from the time where it starts to flower, ad gemar peirosav, until the end of where it bears fruit, chaf aleph yom, is 21 days. Kach miyud zayin tamuz ad tisha b'av chaf aleph yom. So therefore, the same thing. Miyud zayin tamuz, from the 17th day of Tamuz, Shiva Ozar BeTamuz, ad Tisha B'Av, until the 10th day of Av, chaf aleph yom, are 21 days, 3 weeks. Mula b'Rashi, it says in Rashi, Bekoheles Sham. Rab Sadia Gaon Kosev, Shemiyud zayin tamuz ad Tisha B'Av, Heim hayomim ha'amurim b'Daniel, Shehisa'ano Shalosha Shabuim Yomim. Rabbi Sadia Gaon says, he wrote that from Shemayud Zayin Tammuz, from the 17th day of Tammuz ad Tisha B'Av, until the 9th day of Av, Heim Hayomim Ha'amurim b'Daniel. These are the days that Daniel spoke about. Shehisa'ano, that he fasted, Shalosha Shavuim Yomim, 3 weeks of days. In other words, 3 weeks. Shalosha, 3, Shavuim, it's like a Shavuos, like the weeks, Yomim, of days. Daniel, Yud, Beis. It can be looked up in Daniel, in Daniel. V'yesh nizarim bohem shelo le'echol basar v'shelo l'shtos yayin. And there are some that are very careful not to eat meat, v'shelo lishtos yayin, not to drink wine during the 3 weeks. Shenemar ovasar v'yayin lo bo el pi v'such lo sachti. Tanya, so samach nun. And it says, and meat and wine lo bo el pi did not come to his mouth. V'such lo sachti, and it didn't. I think did not put any oil on. Tanya samach nun ches v'yayin tur arachayim sif tuf kuf nun aleph v'yesh omrim sha'osan hayomim hayu bechodesh Nisan. Some people say that those days were in the chodesh Nisan of the month of Nisan, which is the time that's the month of Pesach, is the chodesh Nisan. V'chein mukach me'apasuk hasamuch, and it's evident from a pasuk. It's evident. It's brought down me'apasuk hasamuch, the close by pasuk. D'chsiv v'yom esrim v'arba lachodesh harishon. V'yom esrim li'arba, and the 24th day of the first month, lachodesh harishon. Oh, so the chodesh harishon is Nisan. That's the first month. So some people say that it was from Nisan, the Chodesh Nisan. Okay, so this could be looked into. Tanya Shem, Yehуда tam achar shenekroim hayomim ha'ela bein hametzarim. There's another reason why these days are called bein hametzarim. Lefi shekora in bohem parshios matos u'masoi shemevor bohem chalukas ha'aretz, because during those weeks we read the parshos of Matos and Masoi, Shemevor Bohem. It's explained, it's elucidated in them. Chalukas ha'aretz, the distributing of the land to Eretz Yisrael, of the land of Yisrael to the Bnei Yisrael, to the children of Israel. Kemoshen Amar, like it says, Lo ele techolei ka'aretz. To these, the land should be distributed. It should be mapped out and distributed to the Bnei Yisrael. V'yoz bein hamitzarim bein mitzarei gevulos haaretz. Bein hamitzarim is bein mitzarei gevulos, between the gevulos, the borders of the haaretz, of the land. Bein Aver hayarden uvein Eretz Yisrael, between Aver hayarden, between the over the land of Jordan, uvein Eretz Yisrael, and the land of Israel. Bnei Yisachar muva b'sefer Mata'amim v'tamei haminhagim likutim lamed beis zamid aleph. That's where like a reference. V'zeh remez lenechomas Tzion v'Yerushalayim shenizke lechalei ka'aretz. V'zeh remez, this is a hint. This is a hint lenechomas Tzion, to the when Zion will be consoled. Yerushalayim and Yerushalayim also. Shenizke lechalei ka'aretz, where we will be meritorious to lechalei ka'aretz, to distribute the land, to share the land. Min ha'meitzer nosha la'alos barina li'artzenu. Min ha'meitzer, and from this time of the min ha'meitzer, Nosha, we will have a Yeshua, we'll have a salvation. La'alos barina, to go up barina in joy li'artzenu, to our land, to Eretz Yisrael. Minhag shelo lechel basar bebein hametzarim, the minhag of not to eat meat bein hametzarim. Mishnei shebayomim ha'ela botel hatamid, because during this time the tamid was mevatel, it was stopped. V'nisach hamayim, and also nisach hamayim, the pouring of the wine. Not wine. The nisach hamayim, the pouring of the water. Therefore, noagin bohem kitzas avelas. So we undertake during that time a little bit of avelas, of mourning. Not, as we'll concede that it's not during the whole time. in a minute. Shalo le'echol basar, not to eat meat, v'shalo l'shtos yayin, and not to drink wine. Shalo le'echol peri chodesh, not to eat new fruits, v'shalo l'lbosh beged chodesh, and not to put on new clothing. Kedei shalo yitztarech levarich she'achiyanu, so that we shouldn't be forced, that we shouldn't have to make a bracha of she'achiyanu, because when we buy a new something new to wear, we thank God. We make a we make a bracha of she'achiyanu, a thank you to Hashem that He gave us some new clothing. We're able to wear new clothing. So it's called she'achiyanu. Nagid mitzvah daf kuf samach daled amud beis. V'nireh shemetchilas nahagu kein anoshim, and it seems that that shemetchila from the beginning nahagu kein anoshim, that the women also have this minhag too. V'yamru b'Yerushalmi, it says in Yerushalmi, Pesachim, Perek Dalet Aleph, Hani Noshe Didan Delo Shasu Chamaram Yun Zayin BeTamuz Ad Tes Ba'av Minhagohu. So these women, Delo Shasu Chamar, they do not drink beer or wine. Yud Zayin BeTamuz, from the 17th day of Tamuz, Shiva BeTamuz, Ad Tes Ba'av, until the 9th of Av, Minhagahu. This is a minhag, so it's a minhag. Because of Rashi, Zal ki rov hagaonim shevelosir sherov hagaonim, many of the gaonim shevelotir nagu shelo le'echol. Could it be Sheba Talmud? Could all of that many that? Oh no, not necessarily. Ki rov ha-geonim, most of the geonim, noagu shelo le'echol basar v'shelo l'shtos yayin. They had a minhag shelo le'echol basar, not to eat meat, v'shelo l'shtos yayin. Mishenichnas of ad tesbov. Oh, they have the minhag not to eat meat and not to drink wine. Mishenichnas of ad Tesba'av, from when the month of Av started until Tesba'av, until Tisha B'Av. In other words, not the whole time from Shiva Aser BeTamuz, from the 17th day of Betmuz until Tesba'av, but Mishenichnas Av, at the beginning of the month of Av, Ad Tesba'av, until Tisha B'Av. In other words, 9 days. 9 days. Most of the Gaonim had this minhag not to eat meat and shelo l'shtos yayin, and not to drink wine, from the beginning of until the 9th day of Av, which is the fast day. Ya'arev tes ba'av pas b'melech v'erev tes ba'av, the eve of the fast of the 9th day of Av, pas b'melech, when we eat bread with salt, umayim, and water. V'yesh shemakdimim meyud zayin BeTamuz linhog kain. Some people shemakdimim, they started even before that. Some people started from Yud Zayin BeTamuz, the 17th day of Tamuz, Shiva Aser BeTamuz linhog kain. Some people, but most of the Geonim did it from the beginning of until Tisha B'Av. This is Siddur Rashi, Sif Tov Hey. Rashba b'Teshuva, Kosav Rashba in his Teshuva, in his answer, Kosav, he writes, Shenagu Abuseinu Shelo le'echol basar mishenichnasav, not to eat, Shelo le'echol basar, not to eat meat, mishenichnasav, when Av starts. Yafal pi she'ein kan isur klal midin al Talmud, even though there's no isur from the Talmud, she'afilu b'erev hatzom b'seuda she'ein mafsik bo she'afilu be'erev hatzom b'seuda, that even in the be'erev hatzom, the eve of the fast, b'seuda she'ein mafsik bo mutter le'echel basar. It says here that it's mutter, that has to be looked into, that one is able to eat meat. That's okay, that should be looked into. Okay, but anyway, mikol makom bechol hamekomos, all of the places shenohagu kain osahu lefrots gadron shalarishonim. But all the places that did this, in other words, there were certain places that did this. Certain cities, shenohagu kain, Isru lefrots gidron shalarishonim. It's still it's prohibited lefrots gedron to break forth, to break up the gedder, the fence that the Rishonim, the great people that came before us, started. In other words, to lefrots gedder means to break up the gate. In other words, the minhag was not to eat meat, so the places that did eat meat, it's better not to eat meat, because it's Isur who lefrots together. It's an Isur. It's prohibited to break through the parot together, to break through the gate. In other words, to start doing things that people didn't do before. Shall Rishonim. Baba Vasra Latur Orechayim Sif Tuf Kuf Nan Aleph. Yesh shenohagin kitzas avelos rak b'shavua shechal bo Tisha B'av. So there are people that shenohagin kitzas avelos. They have the custom to act in kitzas avelos. Avelos is mourning. Rak b'shavua, meaning not to eat meat and not to drink wine. Rak b'shavua shechal bo Tisha B'av. And also the other things, like not to eat new fruits and not to put on new clothing. Rak b'shavua shechal bo Tisha B'av. V'zeh lashon Rambam. So in other words, only the week that Tisha B'av is during that day, during that week. In other words, the week of Tisha B'av. V'zeh lashon Rambam. This is the language of the Rambam. Kevar noagu kol Yisrael shelo le'echel basar b'shabos zu b'shavua shel Tisha B'av. This is v'zeh lashon Rambam. This is what the Rambam says. The Maimonides. The Rambam says Kevar noagu kol Yisrael. It's already in a minhag that kol Yisrael, of the whole Yisrael, shelo le'echel basar b'shabos zu, not to eat meat b'shabos zu, during this week, b'shavua shel Tisha B'av, the shavua, the week of Tisha B'av. V'lo yichanes lemerchatz ad sheya'avor hata'anis. One shouldn't go into the merchatz, to the bathhouse, ad sheya'avor hata'anis, because that's also like a pleasurable thing. So one shouldn't go into the merchatz, maybe just to do a little wash, but not to stay for a long time. Well, whatever. It says shelo yichanes. It's got to be looked into. Shelo v'lo yichanes lamerchatz ad sheya'avor hata'anis. One should not go into the bathhouse until the ta'anis is over, the fast is over. V'yesh mekomos shenohagu levatel hashchita me'rosh chodesh ad hata'anis. There are some people that stopped slaughtering the animal, the shchita, me'rosh chodesh ad hata'anis, and from Rosh Chodesh until the ta'anis, from Rosh Chodesh of until the ta'anis, until the Tisha B'av. Rambam ta'anis perikei B'av. Yalzeh he'ir ha'magid Mishnah, and on this the Magid Mishnah spoke about. So okay, here's a little more. One can learn it. Be'ezras Hashem. Okay, thank you. Yeshukayach. So this is the Sefer of Mikor Ozar Dinim, Ozar Dinim Uminhagim, and by Rabbi Yehuda David Eייזעשטיין, and about Shiva, Aser, BeTamuz, and the Minhagim of the 3 weeks. Okay, Yeshikayach, thank you. Kol Tov, Rabbi.